Yo, yo, yo. Peace and love, everyone. CBA. They're probably looking at me looking crazy. Peace and love, family. How is everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. It is Monday. I want to thank you guys. Again, this is Isaac Grace. This is the protege of Jay Morrison himself. Appreciate all love. Let me just get this comment in. CBA student highlight. And we're going to get rocking and rolling. So I have some more highlights that I want to talk to you guys about. I want to put you on notice. Peace and love, family. This testimonial that I got today is going to be a beautiful one. This brother here is going to really inspire you all. Just like you guys love my story, you guys are going to love Curtis Bird's story today. Brother Curtis Bird. We're going to get started with him. But before I get started with King Curtis, I just kind of want to get some motivational going. So I got CBA student highlight with Isaac Grace. Everybody go to www.easyrealestatecash.com by the end of this live class, and you're going to get a free lesson on how you can get in real estate in 3 simple ways. So today is Monday, family, and I want to motivate you all before we get started. As the millennial hope dealer, my main objective, my main mission is to provide hope to those that need it. I was a high school dropout. You know, my father was incarcerated, a lot of my upbringing, and I was able to turn my life around, get in real estate investing, change my life over these last 6 years, and be able to create multiple streams of revenue, own multiple businesses, and get out here and create my own legacy for me and my family. Let me use that charger. Can you charge me up? This is going to die. I don't want to die on the team. So with that being said, family, today is Monday Motivation. I talked about today about us taking our shot. I shot an Instagram video on my page earlier today about inspiring and motivating entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to take that shot. Bet on yourself. Take your shot on your dreams. Take your shot on your goals, on your legacy, on your last name. We wake up every single day. We go to work for someone else's legacy, right? We go above and beyond for someone else's legacy. We work overtime for someone else's legacy. But when are we going to take a shot on our legacy? When are we going to get tired of putting our energy, our time, our efforts into someone else's legacy? How many of us work for 30, 40 years, have back pains, knee pains, you might have got hurt on a job, and you never was really compensated for all your work and value that you brought to the table? So in 2020, in this new decade, going into this new year, I want to continue to push and promote you all to take a risk on yourself. Take that shot. Whatever has been on your mind, whatever you have been thinking about starting, now is the time for you to get involved and get started on your journey. So Curtis, if you're listening, what you need to do is actually request to get in on this video. So if you scroll all the way up in these comments, you should see it says request to join. If not, just log out of the live and then come back in, and it'll pop up again and request to jump in the live, and I'll get you in. So for you guys that's watching this video here, for the entire year of 2020, we have literally been helping families become the CEOs of their last name. We have truly put the word legacy over lifestyle. It's something that we truly preach. It's something that we truly believe in. Legacy over lifestyle. Live it. Adopt it. Practice it. Train yourself to understand legacy over lifestyle. It has helped me on my journey. It helps me with the tough decisions. It helps me with every decision that I make. I'm always thinking, does this benefit my legacy, or is this more of a lifestyle move? And it's okay to make lifestyle moves, but at the same time, we got to make sure we've started implementing and putting that legacy in place first so that we can enjoy the lifestyle, right? So I want everybody to comment in the chat, legacy over lifestyle. Comment in the chat if you adopt and you truly believe that's the life that you want to live, legacy over lifestyle. So with that being said, family, we're going to get rocking and rolling. I got this brother right here, Curtis Bird. This king right here's story is amazing. I've been working with him at Cash Buyers Academy over these last 3 months. And this brother here, he's going to tell you guys his story. You know, he's done a lot of time in prison. He came home just recently, didn't know nothing about computers, nothing about social media, nothing about none of this stuff that us millennials know all about. And this brother here has been able to, in less than 90 days, be on his way to get his first real estate wholesale deal. So I'm going to save all the chat and I'm going to bring in my brother. That's a warm welcome to brother Curtis Bird. Curtis, you should be able to accept and get in, and you should be in.
Peace, family. How you doing?
Okay?
How you doing, King?
Good, good, good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So everybody, I need you guys to give a warm welcome to my brother right here. This is Curtis Bird right here. Man, he has an amazing story. We're going to get into his story. I'm going to let him tell you what his story is. Let me see. Y'all, I'm going to turn his camera in case he writes something important. I'm not really going to be writing much down, Queen. If that's backwards, I'm sorry if you guys are viewing it backwards, but I just wrote legacy over lifestyle. I'm not going to be on the board, really. This is all about Curtis and his story because it is his time now. So, Curtis, let the people know a little bit about you. Start off, tell them a little bit about you, your story, because I think that's important first so that they understand where you came from to where you are now.
Well, I came from a blessed family, you know. My mother and my father, you know, they did their best in raising me, and everything that I did, I chose because, you know, other options was there, but, you know, I wanted to take the fast route instead of, you know, going through, you know, making a way through the, you know, life an honest way. I was caught up in the lifestyle of, you know, doing things that, you know, the other way. But my mother, you know, she's been a part of my life and she's watching my steps. Now, I'm actually here with my mom. I've been with my mom all day. And when I spoke to you earlier, my pops took me into Seaford, Delaware, and to look at a house. So it's like the families, everybody's like supporting me. You know, my son Ryan, he's been there beside me. You done met my son Ryan, you know, you talked to him, and I'm bringing my son Justin in. So I found my why. At first I didn't know why. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, let me try something different. Let me, because you know, the streets are not the options for me. I'm 45 years old and I've been doing that for so long, and I looked up. I realized I had over 20 years doing, you know, time in, you know, from juvenile system, this county jails, the state prison, the federal prisons. Wow. And one time, you know, my mom asked me one time, she's like, "Where I'm gonna have to come see you on Mars one of these days? Like, when you gonna stop?" You know, and you know, it really never dawned on me until when I was in Fort Dix one day, and a friend of ours. Had talked to Jay on the phone, and he had reached out, and Jay had reached out to me, and he was just telling me, you know, I knew Jay was in the real estate, and I knew, you know, everything was going, because me and Jay had been knowing each other since like 2000, 2001. Okay. But, you know, I didn't give myself a chance like he did, you know, and then, you know, I got other great brothers too that always say, man, you got to give yourself a chance. So I came home, man, and, you know, I'm giving myself a chance, and I just jumped out there. I took a, you know, leap of faith. I trust God with my life, you know. I trust them in the streets, so why can't I trust them now when I'm doing the right thing? So the blessing is you know, you're a truly blessing, young king. You know what I'm saying? You inspire me the most. You know, you push hard, and I like the hustle. I like me. I like to be in the middle of the grind. So me, I have things set up basically where my son does a lot of the, you know, he helps with the computer stuff, but I like to be out there, you know, pounding the concrete. Nice. And that's the position I like to play. I like to be in the jungle, and you know, just keeping it, you know, both sides. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it both sides of what I like to do. I like to be involved. I like to be hands-on. So, you know, that story right there is just, you know, some major parts of it, and you know, I got some things I'm working on, and you know, you know, I would like to, you know, share with you. Matter of fact, I can share with you know, the family. On the, you know, the Jay Morrison. I got a thing that I'm working on called Touchdown, New Ways to Score. So, you know, I'm sharing it first right now, you know, but it's going to be a work in the process. So, you know, I just want everybody to know that, you know, I'm here, and Isaac Grace, man, you've been a blessing to me. I closed on a deal. I did a JV joint venture. I just got a text message right before, me and you were speaking and saying that the house is going up on Thursday. And my son was calling me. I mean, like everything been going. So he got a deal on the table right now that we going back and forth. And the guy's saying like, we might, he's going to talk to his family, but we might be able to go at this number, which is
Right,
comfortable
right.
because me and my son hit that number, but I always used another tactic where, it's from what I've been in the streets, you go high, I go low. So I'm always come out low so I can hit my number.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's something
Beautiful.
that's natural. That was natural to me. It's just learning the softwares and everything else is, it's been a process, still
Right.
learning to do the comps. And like I said, I found my why, man. It's a beautiful thing. I've been gone out of my oldest son, he's been there. I've been, he's
So
27.
Curtis,
Uh-huh.
real quick, I want to stop you at your why because I want to bring everybody back. You said a lot of stuff that I want to kind of summarize up so everyone gets exactly what you're saying. Then we're going to start with your why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's showing you a lot of love. Great testimonial.
Yes.
Listen, if you guys didn't hear what he said, he has spent almost 20 years of his life in juvenile jails, county jails, and state prisons. Over 20 years of his life. And until he finally realized between speaking with his mother said something to him that finally opened his eyes up, right? So to let you guys know who's watching this, Curtis comes from the streets, like black and white. He hustled, he sold drugs, he fell to the culture trap early on in his life, right? And he's been able to, since he's been home, not only has he got his son involved, and I told him that was one of the biggest things I admired him for. Like, he got into Cash Buyers Academy because he actually knows Jay Morrison. For you guys that don't know, this is Jay Morrison's friend that you guys met in prison, correct?
Yes, we met back in 2001. Matter of fact, Jay, I was in state prison then, you know what I mean? And we had met in 2001, and Jay was like 18, and I was like 25, 26, and I had a fresh 15 years. And I think Jay had like 3 or 4 years or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you guys met then, and you guys stayed close ever since.
Yeah.
And, you came home, and Jay pretty much said, listen, bro, I've been rocking out with you. When you come home, I want you to try this real estate thing. Be a legacy builder for your life.
Yeah, what happened was actually I came home when I came home from the state, and Jay was still doing the real estate thing, but I got back into the streets. I was only home 2 years, and then I caught my federal case. So you know what I mean. So Jay was like real close, like in real close. You know what I mean. I let him explain the story, or whatever. So when people think that Jay wasn't really, Jay was like this close from actually, turning the wrong way again, and he didn't. And that's why I looked at him and said, it's timing. You just got to give yourself a chance.
Right.
And, me and him talk about that a lot, you know what I'm saying? And people just didn't know. They was like, he's just talking. No, the brother was actually access to, more than what a lot of people really think, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's another story.
Right.
But like I said, it's a blessing, man. And, and you're a blessing, bro. I tell you that every day, and my greetings with you every morning. We hit each other early in the morning. So
yes,
I
sir.
really appreciate the Cash Buyers family, everybody using their resources, and it feels good because there's support. And that's what's mostly needed,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that was one of the goals, one of the visions that we had set forth is to make real estate more relatable, more accessible to our culture, right? Real estate is not taught in our household, it's not taught in our schools, it's not taught in our prison systems, right? So us guys like myself, Jay and all these other great real estate entrepreneurs out here, it's amazing that we're making real estate, we're bridging that gap for people like you that may have not known much about real estate. And even when I first met you, you said, yo, I don't know nothing about computers, I don't got emails, I don't got none of that stuff. So I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna need y'all to help me out because I don't know nothing about none of that. I don't know social medias, but I'm willing to try it out because my why, right? My why. So talk to us about what was your why? Like now, after going through all you've been through, why change now? Like what was that why that changed everything for you?
That why honestly, when my son Ryan, man, I seen the happiness in him. And I said, damn, that's it right there. You know, Ryan is my oldest son, and he's 27, and out his lifetime, you know, back and forth, like I've been gone 20 years out of his life, you know, back and forth,
Gotcha.
you know, and from 2000 until now, I've been gone 18 years out of his life, and then I got his brother Justin and my son Kurt, and then my daughter. So, you know, seeing him smile and seeing the motivation in him really I understood the why now. At first I didn't. I'm like, you know, I'm like, what am I doing this for? Like some
Right.
money? You know what I mean? You know, and then when I finally figured it out and I seen how happy he was, I said, that's my why right there.
That's your why.
You know what I'm saying? And it made me happy. And it made, you know, we talk 10 times a day now. You
Wow.
know, and then my other son, Justin, he's 20, he'd be 25 next month. He wants to be involved, you know, and I just want to spread it down. And I was just telling my daughter and my other son, Kurt, I was like, you know, this is something for y'all, you know. You know, I just need, you know, I like some good food and keep my stuff, you know, tight. I'm cool, but you know, this is what I'm doing for them. So I'm hustling for them now
Yeah.
the right way. You know what I
That's
mean? So
amazing.
yeah, and you know, it got its ups and downs and the fears of it. And what's crazy was, I told you the fear is different for me, and I'm like, yo, King, I don't know why I'm scared. I'd be not scared to do all this other stuff that's crazy,
Right.
but I'm afraid of this. You know what I mean? It
Right,
didn't make
like,
sense,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. And that's the mindset of our culture right there, you know, because I struggle with all them same things as well, you know, but like you said, going back to like with your son, man, like, you know, seeing him happy and now seeing your other son wanting to get involved, you're literally being the CEO of your last name. You're being the leader, the visionary. A lot of our families, no one wants to lead. No one wants to be the visionary. No one wants to. Everybody wants the plan to be given to them to follow. No one wants to create the plan. No one wants to go out there and
Correct.
take a risk and make mistakes and people laugh at them, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be perfect so they don't do nothing that would take them out their comfort zone. You
Yeah.
know, there's no blessing to that. There's only a curse. The curse is that your family will be cursed for generations to come. You're not elevating. You're not bringing them to that next level. So you talk to your son 10 times more than you would have talked to him if you never started this business that's bringing y'all closer. So real estate is really the foundation that's helping you bring your family back together.
Correct. Yeah.
It's done the
Correct.
same thing for me, King, and it's going to do the same thing for all of our viewers and everybody else that's really looking to get into real estate, man. So I really, really think that that is so big that you said that.
Correct.
So I want you to explain to the viewers, like you said, you know, early on you were scared. You didn't know why you were scared because we took these risks. You know,
Yeah.
we drove around with firearms, with drugs. We did
Right. Yeah.
transactions with people we barely knew.
No.
We didn't
Yeah.
really verify them the right way, and we always took risks to go out there and get that money, right? But
Yeah.
then when it comes down to really taking the same risk to go get the same type of money, just because the mindset is different, it takes a different type of skill, it can kind of stumble you up. So talk to the viewers about some early struggles that you had early on.
Well, one of my early struggles was like, you know, really getting down to, you know, finding, you know, the comps and you know, going to people like, you know, thinking like people might say, well, hey man, you know, you know, you trying to lowball me out my house or you trying to do this. And then I had to figure out like, this is business. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is a job. So you're gonna get some people that say no. You're gonna get the cursing out. We getting, you know, we got the text message going. You got people like, what the hell you bothering me for? You know, all kinds of stuff. You know,
Right.
so I just continue to, you know, push through. And I remember one time I was talking to you. I like, um, like you say you feel the embarrassment. I said, but you know what? I'd rather take the embarrassment knowing I can wake up and take a risk on this and laugh about it here later down the line instead of me
Yep.
taking a risk another way and end up with the 30 to life. It don't make sense.
Exactly.
It don't make
True.
sense, you know? So
True, true,
I
true.
just looked at it on a positive note and saying like, listen, I can take this no or not calling my phone or sure I'm doing this right. You've been there for me, you know, or talking to Jay, like, you know, Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? And, you know, I'm going to make mistakes, but that's the only one I'm going to learn, you know. And you guys has been there for me, you know, all the way live. And I definitely appreciate it. Like I just tell everyone, you know, it's real. The family work is real. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. The love is there. And you just got to put the commitment into you for yourself. You know, no, you or Jay can't do this for me. You know what I mean? I had to put my commitment in as well. I had to wake up every morning and say, listen, what's the plan? What I'm going to do? And me and my son was talking, you know, because I was telling you, like, I was stepping out and really taking this full flesh. We're going to sit down. We're going to break down a 2021 plan. We're going
Yeah.
to sit down. We're going to find out what areas we're going to target, how we're going to market it, and what we're looking for forward coming out of 2020.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, and we're going to push it forward. Like, we're going to get up, because I that's what I do. I get up in the morning and we're going to push, and we're going to push. You know, it's that simple, you know. Yep.
And isn't that a beautiful thing? Like, sometimes we get so caught up in just the money you can make in real estate, but talk to me about the feeling to build out a 2021 plan with your son for your business. Like talk about that. Like, isn't it like, talk about the beauty in that just alone, like game planning with your family about your family's business.
Well, we sat down. We said, you know, we want to really make something out of ourselves. We have legacy. My son, he got, you know, 2 kids. And then, you know, my other son, he got some little boys. So we was like, we got to build something that's strong and put, you know, if we got to hit the targets that we talk about. I asked my son, like you asked me, what is it you want to make in a year? This is what we have to do. So out of every 20 deals, we're going to get a deal. So, you know, every 100 leads, we're going to get a lead. But this is the work we got to put in to get it. And he's starting to see it, you know. So we're going to sit down, and we're going to we're going to run 2 different campaigns. And we're going to run one for dealing with the regular business. And then we got a lot of Spanish investors that's coming along with us. So we want to reach out towards, and which is a beautiful thing, because my son's families, both of their families are Spanish, you know, and they have a little familiarity with real estate. So I want to sit down with them as well, because their kids carry my last name, which is most important. We the CEO of our last name. Their kid's last name is Bird. So, you know, what's going to be left behind for me and them is going to be left for them. So I want them to continue to carry it on. Like, don't let this go, because real estate is the DNA of wealth. It starts from there. You know, everybody might find another way, but it's also they end up going into real estate, you know. So it's serious business to me. It's definitely serious business, you know. So I'm definitely you know, and I get to spend more time with my kids. You know, we can sit in the office, we can bust it up, and, you know, one conversation might lead to something else that, you know, needs to be open. You know, other doors need to be open, because I'm an open book to my children. You know, if it's something they feel I want them to tell me, because I've been gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all peaches and gravy, or, like, you know, sometimes, you know, I like to know, like, how you feel, you know, because, you know, I was gone. You know, you can tell me, you know. Yeah, so
it gives you that bonding. It does, like, it's doing so much more for you guys than just business and real estate. It's helping you guys become closer. It's helping you guys become a family. It's helping you and your sons having conversations that was missed because of your absence in time you weren't away, where you're able to get that back, learn from it, but also that becomes the fuel. That's the fuel to keep the motivation, keep the desire burning on them days that you're tired, on them days that you don't want to get up and work, on them days when you don't want to make that call. You're going to remember the intimate conversations you're having with your loved ones in the midst of your grind, running your business. So I think that real estate is saving your life in so many different ways, not only just financially and building a legacy, but also bringing your family back closer, which is, money can't buy that, right? Money cannot buy that at all. So I think that is a blessing for you. And I think that for our viewers watching this, to take away from this is, no matter what you come from, no matter what mistakes you may have made, no matter how long it took you to bet on yourself, just understand that you can literally make it happen for yourself. Curtis is 45 years old, just started real estate 90 days, and already is about to have his first closing, right? So let's talk about that. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to what everybody really want to hear. Talk to us about what was your first 90 days in Cash Buyers Academy, from when you found this first lead all the way to how you contracted it, to how you found your buyer, he contracted. Take us through that whole story.
All right. Well, what happened was me and my son, we ran some ads on vacant properties in my area, because I knew dealing around in Baltimore, it's a lot of, you see signs everywhere. So when I came down where I'm from, which is called the Eastern Shore of Maryland, it's called Salisbury, I seen like one sign. I said, hold up, it dawned on me. My instinct kicked in. Oh, nobody want to get money around here. So,
Yeah.
just joke.
Yeah.
So I just say, I called my son. I said, man, we're gonna hit the town where I'm from. We're gonna hit it, and they, by storm. This is what familiarity. This is where I'm from. So we did some, we set out some campaigns, and we got a couple of hits, a couple of people I met, talked to, and this one guy I hit, and the house, he's like, man, how'd you find out about the house? My parents own it, and we haven't stayed there in over 10 years. I said, well, actually, I just told him, I said, through the internet and tax properties, through taxes and the internet, right? I didn't tell him why, how. So me and him talked, we went back and forth. You helped me with the comps. Me and my son, we was nervous, because we was like, we want to make sure the comps right. Let's do the math. We doing everything. And we're like, come on, let's go back to the table again. So we wanted to, I'm hands-on, and I wanted my son to, I wanted to get it, and I want him to get it. So we kept going back and forth. So finally, we went and we seen the number at 35 or 30, like 36,000. So I went to him and I talked to him. I said, hey man, I seen the property and everything, and I had the contract to go through. They gave me the numbers. So I said, I can give you an offer right now for 32.5. I shot my jumper, right? So he's like, that's kind of low. Yeah, he said that's kind of low. But I was thinking like, 35 or something like that. So I said, oh man, he's close to the number. So I was like, 35. I said, but if you could meet me halfway at 34, we can get a deal done. So he said, let me talk to my parents. He said, give me 48 hours. So like 2 hours went by. He hit me, said, Curtis, 34, we get the deal done. Let's do it. So I said, bet. So we got the contract signed. And then I got, the lawyer helped me out with the contract. You helped me out. In Maryland, they had to do something because the house was old. So you had to put this lead betament stuff in the contract and all that because the house was old. So that was cool. So make a long story short, I had a couple of people come through and looked at it. And, they was kind of dragging their feet. So me and my son, we joined some Facebook investment groups. And my son was on it. So my son was like, you know what, Dad? I'm going to post this on Facebook and see what it's hitting on. So when he posted, it was crazy. I'm talking about people just kept hitting. So I was like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take our time. Saturday, you can come down and meet me on the Eastern Shore. I'm going to be there. And we're going to spend all day long. And we're going to set hour upon hour starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to meet people. And they're going to come to the property. So that's what we did. We stayed until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But it was just one buyer that, everybody else was like, looking, they wanted to see, because the area that I got in is a nice area, 30 minutes from Ocean City, Maryland. So it was 30 minutes from Ocean City, Maryland. It needed some work, or whatever. But I know the area, and the neighborhood's not ran down. I know the area. So, we had some people come talk, or they offered this price, everything was a profit. You know what I mean? Everything was a profit. So I had this one guy who came to me. He said, hey man, I talked to your son. I really want this property. Somebody already offered you a nice price, but I'm gonna offer you this. He said, I'm from the old, a handshake. I really want this property. And I give, I close it out quickly. Whatever y'all guys ask for, I go with it. So I was like, all right, so let my son finish doing what he's doing. We're going through the process of seeing everybody. So he shook my hand, it was firm, and I liked it. And I told one of my buddies that came by and see me, I said, I got a buyer already. He's like, for real? I was like, yeah. I said, because if nobody else don't shake my hand and give me a firm handshake like he did, it's going to him. And I told my son that. So, make a long story short, we gave it to him. We signed it. We had more people came like the next day wanted to offer something, but they was just offering. So, you know, when I talked to you, you told me like, listen, you know, if he's serious, get that $5,000 non-refundable. And he was on it like
Yeah.
a hornet. 5,000 non-refundable. Just let my wife come see the property we got, and that's it. And that's what we
Nice.
did. You know what I'm saying? So he came through and he did it. And he's like, listen, any other property you guys get, let me know. I'll buy them from you.
Beautiful.
So I was like, all right. So we started a friendship, and he's a contractor too. He got his own business. So, and he was like, you know, if you know, I decided if I want to rent it or if I want to sell it, could you guys find somebody to help me sell it? He was like, of course. You know,
right.
of course, you know. So it might be money on both ends, or you know, he got somebody that can rent it, but he's definitely a buyer for us.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes. So my son
how
was
much?
like,
And how much you had it under contract for? 34,000. What did you sell it to the end buyer for?
I sold it to the end buyer for 42 grand.
Okay.
Yeah,
so 34. So you made $8,000 on the deal.
$8,000 off the deal. Yep.
Perfect. 90 days in, family. So let me just show y'all the diagram. And if you guys can't see this perfect, I apologize. Curtis, is this reading backwards to you?
Yeah, it's reading backwards.
Okay. I could flip the screen, but so pretty much he got the property at $34,000. He got the property under contract, right? He never bought it. He just put it under contract, which means that he signed a contract with the seller that gave him the rights and control of this deal. So he had the options to buy his stuff for $34,000 or assign it to an end buyer for whatever fee, right? So Curtis went out there, him and his son, they found a buyer. They found the real person who has cash that they're ready to spend on real estate. He came in and bought the same property that Curtis had for $34,000 for $42,000, which created $8,000 profit for CB. And I ain't talking about Chris Brown either.
Yeah,
right? So with that being said, talk to us about, you made $8,000 in your first deal. I know you got some more deals you're working on. I know it's a bunch of leads we've been talking about and working through, but talk to us about how much money have you spent in your business in the first 90 days to get started?
Well, the money I spent in my business is maybe around about, because I did the LLC the long way. I should have did it the short way. I'm just learning, you know, to do it everything by myself because I was so used to getting everybody to do something else for me. Yeah. So I might have totally maybe about almost $3 grand. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, maybe about $3 grand.
About $3 grand in your business, so $3 grand invested, but you're making 8, so now you got 5K profit in 90 days in the game.
Yes. Yeah, that's that with that. But I told you I JV the contract.
Right, and you got another deal coming in.
Yeah, I got
right, of course. You got more deals, more pipeline coming through. But just showing the viewers in 90 days with Cash Buyers Academy, not only did you close a deal, forget about the money, but you learned how to evaluate deals. Yes. You learned how to negotiate. Well, you've been negotiating your whole life. Not only in the streets, your plug, the judge, you've been negotiating, right? But now you're able to negotiate in a way where if you win the negotiation, you are able to now create money out of thin air.
Money out of
thin air. It's a beautiful thing of that right there. Someone said, what was the 3K consist of? So someone's asking, what did you invest in that cost you $3,000 so far?
Well, I got the LLC done, and then I had also, I went through the name of their company. They started the LLC. I went through that.
It's okay. So you got a company made. What else did you invest in? Your
website,
systems for your business.
My system, Roar system. I got business cards. I also set up a little thing with one of my old partners where I got office space and things of that nature.
You bring some office space. You got your business. You got your marketing. You got your list of motivated sellers. You started skip tracing and getting phone numbers and then sending out text messages to these individuals.
Yep. Exactly.
So whoever asked that question, John, he spent about $3,000 on his business startup, his business branding, and then the marketing for his business he spent about 3 grand. So on average, that's about $1,000 a month that he spent. You know, and now he's made back $8,000 on his 3,000, and he got more deals in the pipeline.
Yes. Yep.
So literally, family, this is what we're doing at Cash Buyers Academy, is that we are helping more families not only get involved with real estate, but also make money in real estate investing. Like, that is the end goal right there. We want to make more money in real estate investing, right? So give me 1 second. Let me finally take a seat. But this is our goal. This is what we are inspiring to do, is to see more of our people get in this real estate investing game and are able to make money literally out of thin air, leveraging these no money down real estate investing strategies. Curtis, again, he's still novice to the real estate industry. He's still learning about cash flows. He's still learning about ARVs and deal evaluations, and he's still learning about the contracting process. He's not an expert, but I always tell all of my students, you do not need to be an expert to go out there and do your first deal. I told Kurt, I said, don't worry about it. Curtis will call me, yo, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm this and that, I'm this and that. I'm like, yo, listen, bro, just chill. Don't even worry about it, because right now it's not about you being an expert. I just want you to go make your first dollar in real estate so that you believe that it's real.
Yeah.
Once I get you paid, then it's go time. Now we're going to systemize the business. We're going to automate it. Then we're going to scale it so that you're doing 4 or 5 of these deals per month. So you're making $1,000 per month in your business. And that's what we're focused on going into 2021 right there.
Yeah, correct.
And you'll get a lot of support from our team, from Jay's Instagram. Everybody loves your story. Everyone's confident you're going to get in. Dev Hustle. Check it out. Go to easyrealestatecash.com. You can check out a free training on how you can get in real estate in 3 simple steps. And there'll be an opportunity for you to join Cash Buyers Academy at the end of that actual free training there. So, King, before we start to conclude, man, is there any encouraging words you want to give to somebody who probably was in your situation, or, you know, may have some similar upbringings? What is some motivation that you can give them to keep pushing?
Man, everything in life is not how you start, it's how you finish. And, you know, you just got to go out there and challenge yourself. You know what I mean? Don't rush yourself to get back to where you was, or, you know, things like that. It don't add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I can say to everybody, you know, is like, you know, everybody got to start. But tomorrow when you wake up, you can be better than who you was yesterday. So, you know, that's what I look forward to every day. You know, like, I want to be better than I was yesterday, and then tomorrow, God willing, I wake up, I want to be better than I was today. And that's what it is. Like, don't, you know, it's an end game. It's a process. Everything is a process. You start out, you know, you're going to feel funny. You're going to be scared. You're going to get all kinds of different, you know, opinions from people, but that's just their opinion. So you got to just stay focused on what you believe in. And I'm a visionary. I'm definitely a visionary. I know, you know, without question. And I'm not afraid, you know, if I fall, you know, I got nervous because, you know, like I wanted to do everything right. So it's like I first driving the car, I'm holding on to the steering wheel like this, you know, but then I just loosen up and listen to you. Like, I'm like, listen, you know, I was telling my family, man, this kid, man, he got me relaxing. You know what I mean? I'm just talking to my family. This little bro, he got me chilling. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like I go to a person's house now. I say, oh, if I don't get a deal here, I'm cool. It's a million deals out here. I'm going to keep tagging and keep sending out messages. I'm going to start doing postcards for somebody to post that pop string roar. I'm going to start doing postcards.
Running it all up.
Yep, I'm going to put out signs. You know, we got a whole package that we're going to be doing. You know, even when I'm riding now, me and my brother-in-law was together. He said, look at you, man. You looking at houses. I'm driving. He said, you just looking at houses and everything now, because you know, it's just something else that's going on. You know, I look at houses now. To me, that's an investment. You know, it's an investment. So
it's a beautiful thing, man. It's like this is something that can go over, like Casanova the rapper, he always says, don't let it go over your head, right? And what I want everybody watching this to not let go over their head is just the deal, right? Don't focus on just the fact that he did a deal and made $8 grand. Listen to everything else he's saying, man. He's been able to get his family back.
Yeah,
Man,
correct.
if he didn't find real estate, nobody was hiring him. Nobody ain't gonna take him serious, you
No.
know. And he would only have two options: either go back to the life he knows, or just be a regular living citizen, right? Who wants to be on this earth just to be mediocre, right? Who
Yeah.
wants to just live? I'm not here on this earth just to live. I'm here to make a change. I'm here to make an impact on this world. And I already know, since I've been working with you, I get them early morning messages from you, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you up before me, and I'm reading your message like, yo. And I say the same thing to you. Another day, brother. Like, another day. We here. Every day you show up, I'ma show up, right? So we gonna hold each other accountable. Every day you wake up. If I don't get a message from you, I'm messaging you. What's going on, King? Good morning. Let's go. Another day. Let's keep on pushing. And I said this in 2020 all year. 2020 is the year of group economics for Black and brown millennial entrepreneurs. Not even millennial entrepreneurs, but just Black and brown entrepreneurs, period. We already in last place. We need to move in groups. You know, me and you might not be physical business partners, and I might not be in your company with you, but I'm your accountability partner. I'm your mentor. You know, you bless me with spiritual knowledge. We feed off of each other's energy. And if we can have more than relationships on our journey, I got that with you. I got that with Jay. I got that with, with my team, with all of my other mentors. That's what makes me so motivated. That's why I wake up every day grinding, because people pour into me all day long and motivate me. And I pass it along to anybody else who needs that motivation, man. So I'm just thankful for you, honestly, because when Jay used to say, yo, Curtis, Jack, he used to say, Jack. He's like, yo, look out for Jack. Look out for Jack. I'm like, yo, he was so passionate about letting me know, do not let my boy fail. I told him that you got his back. Do not let him fail. I said, he gonna be okay, King. He gonna have to work and figure it out. But I got his back. If he works, I got his back. And, he let it go. He said, all right, I'm gonna trust you. And when you sent me that contract of it being signed, I sent him a screenshot. And I said, King, this is what I wrote. I said, real friends are people that listen to what you say and make it go happen. Right? So he was just like, yo, King, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You helped a good friend of mine who, was coming home, came from what I came from, and you was able to get him on the path. Now it's just the beginning. This is really just the start. But the beautiful thing is that this should be the proof that any Black man or Black woman coming from wherever you've coming from in life, we can still turn it around.
You can still turn it around.
It could be the third quarter, it could be the fourth quarter, it could be the last 2 minutes of the game. We still could turn it around and go out there and live a life, a prosperous life, a peaceful life, a encouraging life, man. And forget the real estate. I love the family that you're building now within your family, man. Like, that's what money cannot buy, brother. So I want to salute to you. I want you to leave the viewers with any last words you want to give them with, man. This is our CBA highlight student right here, Curtis Berg. Been with us 90 days, already making $8 grand, got more money lined up. He was in prison for over 20 years of his life. Came home, didn't know nothing about Instagram, computers, emails, systems, none of that stuff. Linked up with his son and getting it straight out the mud, as if our people say, straight from the mud, from the bottom, and he's on his way to do amazing things. So I want you all to follow his story. Come get in Cash Buyers Academy so you can really follow his story and see how this can be your story or for your family. So, King, if you want to leave any last words, and then we out of here.
Yeah, but my last words, Cash Buyers Academy is definitely real, and whatever that your beliefs are, just you got to have faith. You got to walk in faith, and don't never take advice from someone that's scared to do something. Like, just don't take their advice, because you're gonna look for confidence in them to tell you to do what you need to do, and you don't need it. You just got to go out there and stay working hard, keep your dreams in front of you. And just, like I said, just keep the faith and everything's going to work out. So it's definitely worth the investment. God's been great to me. And, I got a great family, CBA family, my family, everybody is great. So God bless y'all. And I thank the opportunity you give me the moment to get, say my, my pieces, my blessings, and King Isaac, always, man. You know, I'll be on your line first thing in the morning, maybe tonight sometime. All
Peace
right.
out, brother.
Peace,
Thank you
peace,
so
peace.
much.
Yeah, peace. Thank you too.
Yes,
Thank you too,
sir.
man. Yeah, it's a blessing.
All right, guys. Everybody, salute, salute, salute. Congratulate Brother Curtis Berg right there. That's one of our Cash Buyer Academy students, man. It's no better feeling to watch the oppressed, watch the underdog, right? I love the underdog story. Like, you see a lot of people in real estate, their fathers was in real estate, but when you see somebody that didn't come from that, somebody that had to start from the bottom, that was nervous, that was scared, that was unsure what would happen, and watch them go out there and make it happen, it shows you the power of our people. It shows us the natural skill that we have birthed into us. We're natural salesmen. We're natural charmers. We got natural charisma. We got natural negotiating skills. We've been negotiating our whole lives. You've been negotiating since elementary school. When your teacher is trying to make you do homework and you're trying to negotiate to do less homework, or your teacher's trying to make you sit out for recess because you didn't do your homework, you're trying to negotiate, well, you know what? I'll do double the amount of homework so I can go to recess, right? So we've been naturally doing a lot of the skills that it takes to be successful in real estate investing. So anybody watching this video, 2020 is on its end. We're in the fourth quarter. If you sat around this year and you hesitated, you thought the pandemic, you wasn't supposed to make no investments in yourself or start a new business, well, I'm gonna tell you that you dropped the ball. I started a new tax company this year. My real estate company grew. I bought multiple assets this year. My brand has grew. We started Cash Buyers Academy that started with over 1,500 students like Curtis and many other testimonials you guys will be hearing for these next few weeks. And I'm going to continue to live the mission and the vision that King Jay had, is to push our culture forward, to be the CEOs of our last name, to be the example for your family, to be the example. Nobody in my family did real estate. Nobody taught me. I went out there, I invested the money, I went and got it, I fell forward. I used to sell drugs. I was a high school dropout. I wasn't the smartest. I didn't articulate myself the best. I couldn't read or write or spell properly. But I used my fears and I went to my fears. I went through them as opposed to trying to run from them or go around them. I went right through them. I educated myself. I started getting behind this camera and speaking, making mistakes, spelling words wrong on the board, but then learning, pointing it out and learning from all that stuff. So I say all that really to inspire you and motivate you, from Curtis's story to my story to all the other stories you guys will hear on this journey. This was our Cash Buyer student highlight with George, the Millennial Hope Dealer. Everybody follow me on Instagram at Mr. Isaac Grace. If you guys want to check out a free training, go to easyrealestatecash.com. I'm breaking down how you guys can get your first deal done following these 3 simple steps. 3 steps to get your first real estate wholesaling deal done. On that training, I show you how to go pull your first list of 5,000 motivated sellers, and I show you guys how to qualify your first 20 to go get your first deal. So go check that out. Again, everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in and being a supporter of what we have going on here. And I will see you guys more this week with more and more student highlights, student testimonials. You guys are going to see me on here so much. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to sign up, because everybody is changing their lives, and it's time for me to change my life too. So again, guys, I want to thank you. This is the Millennial Hope Dealer on behalf of Jay Morrison. The baby Morrison is coming very, very soon. Ernestine is holding it up strong for the family. We got baby Morrison coming very, very soon. So I'm going to hold it up for my brother, and I'm going to make sure that we continue to push this narrative. We need more of our people being successful as business owners, being successful in real estate, so that you guys can be the CEOs of your last name and begin to build that foundation for your family. So I'm out of here. Peace.